welcome to the Monthly Marquee. I'm your host, Bart Levins, Director of the Hardin County Schools Performing Arts Center. Our first guest is also our PAC Student Spotlight. Please welcome Nyla Whitfield. Nyla, thank you so much for spending the morning with us today. What are you doing at the PAC this month?
I'm going to be Clara in Nutcracker.
Now, who is Clara?
Clara is the main character. She has a story where she is at a party and a bunch of rats, mean rats, attack her. And
that's a heck of a party.
Nutcracker comes and saves her, and she goes to like a dreamland.
Very cool. Now, for people unfamiliar with the Nutcracker, you know, maybe they're learning this story for the first time for you. Clara is kind of like a dream role for young ballet students, isn't it? Yes. Why is that?
Well, because I think that many dance studios have Nutcracker, and that Clara is seen as a young role, and maybe like you think that that's the talent, like you have it, you got it, and yeah.
And it's not a role you just jump into, right? You've kind of grown into this role. What other things have you done in the Nutcracker?
I've been a mouse. I've been a ginger kid, which is like Pulcinella. I've been Chinese, Snow Maiden, and a party girl last year.
And, okay, so Clara this year, if you continue your trajectory, what are you wanting to do next year?
Next year, I'm hoping maybe a doll. Now that I think
one of the dolls at the party.
Maybe. Yeah.
The animated dolls. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to continue in dance? Like, do you have dreams of Sugar Plum Fairy in the future?
Probably, yes.
Yeah, very cool. Why do you like dance?
I like dance because I feel like it's something that I can do and that I'm good at. But sometimes, you know, I feel like dance is a place where you can escape.
In what way?
Well, sometimes you can always say what you want, or like sometimes you feel like you're limited to what you can say, but you can tell it with your body sometimes.
I think that's really interesting, and I don't think that's a piece of dance that a lot of people think of. There's something about dance that is very freeing in a lot of ways. Now, do you just do ballet? Do you do any other types of dance?
I used to, but not anymore, just ballet.
Just ballet?
Just
hardcore,
ballet.
Just ballet?
Yes.
Well, we say hardcore, but you have other interests. What are some of your other things that you do?
I do piano. I do clubs outside of school. And that's pretty much it, except for my free time, which I do write.
You write? What kind of
Yes.
things do you write?
Well, I write little stories, and I'm not really working on, like, a book or anything, but I've had some ideas for it, maybe. But
Who are some of your favorite writers?
Now that I think about it, his name is Dan Jimenharth.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I said his last name right.
Okay. Do you see any relationship between writing and dancing, or is it kind of like a left brain, right brain kind of thing?
I think there could be a creativity aspect is maybe the same, but mostly left brain, right brain.
Yeah. What do you like about writing?
I like that you can tell any story, you can say anything. You're free to just write what you want, and I feel like you can't do that with other things. Maybe like speech, but I feel like you can. I feel like writing is an escape.
It's very funny because you used your description of writing is so parallel to what you were just saying about dance. So it is they kind of parallel paths there. You've mentioned in your interview form that you filled out that you might be interested in playwriting.
Yes.
And that would definitely start to connect the two. Why playwriting as opposed to like writing a novel? Or
because since I was, I think, 5 or 6, I did like write a little play and perform it. I don't remember it very well, my mom does.
Oh, I bet she does.
And then after that, I had like equipped the upstairs like playroom. I turned it into like a whole stage, and I would write a lot of things. I have a lot of notebooks and stuff.
You have a lot of ideas going on, don't you?
Yeah.
You mentioned in one of the earlier interviews today you think you might be interested in directing and some of the
Yes.
things. Are you interested in choreography?
Choreography? Yeah, I think I've done a
Very cool. Well, looking down the road, this is your freshman year of high school. You sound like you're very involved with activities there at John Hardin, which is fantastic. Are you involved with the choral program or any of the other? What are your activities during the day at at John Hardin?
During the day, so like after school activities.
Mainly after school?
Yeah, I don't think I have any during the day except for like club meetings
Gotcha.
in like the middle of the school day, yeah. So I do DECA, Student Council, Beta, FCCLA, I do RC-SAD. I think there's one more, but I can't place a finger on it.
That's a lot to balance.
Yeah, it is.
How do you make all of that work around dance and everything else and still find time to write?
Sometimes I just have to pick and choose like what one I have to do, what one's more necessary, and then in my free time I just write.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I look forward to watching you as Clara, and I look forward to seeing you in youth theater this summer. Are you excited about Matilda?
I really am.
It's very cool. It's a cool show. And just thank you so much for being part of our day today.
Thank you.
Next up on the Monthly Marquee, I have with me our co-host for the rest of this episode, Miss Nyla Whitfield, also our Student Spotlight, and being interviewed, our Adult Spotlight Ambassador. Please welcome Tim Isaacs from Central Hardin High School. And joining us for the interview, Aaron Taylor, Technical Director for the Performing Arts Center.
Hello.
And Director for Youth Theater for, we were just saying, about 9 years. This will be the ninth year.
I think this is my 8th or 9th, yes.
And directing Clue.
Directing Clue, yeah, Pac Pro-Am production.
What's the was Young Frankenstein the last thing you directed for us at the PAC?
For the Pac, yes. Young Frankenstein in 2019, and we had a ton of fun with it. So
This is a natural transition from that.
I like to think so, yeah. If you enjoyed that kind of comedy, that's what you're getting a lot of with Clue, absolutely.
Nyla, have you ever seen the film Clue?
No, I haven't.
What would you tell Nyla about what this is based on and what she should expect?
Well, I'll start with, have you played the board game Clue?
No.
So Colonel Mustard means nothing to you? All right, basically Clue, it starts with the board game, which is a whodunit. All of these people have been brought together to Body Manor to decipher and figure out who is the murderer of Mr. Body. 2 Ds, B-O-D-D-Y. So as you play the game, you are a character, but you might also be the murderer. So you have to figure out who did it, which room they did it in, and with what murder weapon. So everybody takes notes and does detective work. And then there was a very popular, not when it came out, movie in the 80s called Clue that took that board game and brought it to life. And it's a big comedy, lots of big stars running around this mansion trying to figure out this murder. And then it got brought to the stage, and that's what we're doing. Yeah. Ton of fun.
And Colonel Mustard is being played by Tim Isaacs. How would you, who is Colonel Mustard?
Colonel Mustard is a self-important, kind of clueless military man who primarily listens to himself and a few other people.
So this is not typecasting.
Nope.
Not
Because
at
he's
all.
a principal.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Really, you get the not listening part from the 31 years of marriage.
How long have you guys been working on the show now?
We had our first get-together right at the end of October. We did our first actual get-together rehearsal was right at the start of November, but we got together and did a read-through right towards, right at the end of, I was right after Misery closed. It was the week after, so like the last week of October. So we've been going 2-3 times a week now, rehearsing and just working on the time. A show like this, a comedy like this, it's all about the timing and the bits, and the lines got to be crisp and clean, because you can't have everybody just mumbling and talking at once too much, because then it just gets static.
And don't you think it has a lot to do with you have to build up the trust?
Yes.
And you can't do that in a short rehearsal process.
Right, and what's fascinating, bringing this group together, like I know there was a certain bit I wanted to add, and it involved Tim and Kit Mills, our Mrs. Peacock, and Mariah, who plays the cook. And it was between the three of them, and I thought, what I'd like to get them to is a point where she can take her hand and do this. So we'll work up, and they just went and did it. So there's already a really nice trust in my ensemble. That's what I like about them, is they truly are an ensemble. Everybody is rooting for each other and lifting each other. They're like, let's try it, let's do it. I'm fine, are you fine? Let's go. So it was nice that they just brought that trust in with them too. So we started at a really good level, so it's just gotten better and tighter.
Now, Tim, I think anyone who has ever met a high school principal has a concept of just how busy they are and how many different ways they are pulled during the day by one event or the next. But you're also in the process of renovating your high school on top of that. And you've taken this on as well?
And this is the first show I've done outside of Nutcracker, which is an annual thing for me. And but this is the first thing I've done since Hunchback because of that. Because there's so many places, and if you can't give the time, then you're not being fair to your cast mates. I mean, you are part of a team, and if you're not being a good teammate, you're messing everybody else up. So I thought about it long and hard. When I heard Clue, and then I heard Double A was directing, I was like, I threw back to we did Lend Me a Tenor together years ago, and I was like, this could be that kind of fun. And I said, we're going to find a way to make it work.
Glad you did.
And why? Why do you find the time for these things?
For me, it's a stress reliever, which I find a tremendous sense of irony that I go to another high school to get stress relief. It's the opportunity to get with a group of people, and there were a lot of pre-existing relationships. I've done things with Kit before. I've done things with Jared before, you before. Mariah is actually a Central Hardin graduate.
Yeah.
But like Daniel's a first for me, and you get to make, so you got the new and the old relationships and building those, and you can turn off the stuff that's happening down the road and all the just stuff you got to deal with on a general basis and just unplug.
Yeah, I would say for the most part, when we're all there, we're in Body Manor, and we're all trapped in that house. Nothing outside of it matters. You can check everything at the door, come in, do spit takes, throw water on each other, trip and fall, pack dead bodies around, and just let the world go.
Now, Nyla, I know you're not doing spit takes, but don't you find that's kind of the same way with dance? No matter the hustle and bustle of your day, for those few hours that you're doing Nutcracker or you're in a dance class, everything else kind of vanishes and you have that peace of mind during
Yes.
that. Yeah, I totally agree. Tim, you were mentioned that Mariah Creason is in the production, former student of yours. You've had the opportunity to work with students in several productions.
Absolutely.
I think that's a really unique experience, and it's really to the core of what the Performing Arts Center means and does.
And it's an incredibly important part of it for me. I love being on the stage, but I think you've laughed at me for years because probably the most uncomfortable part of doing a production for me are bows. I don't like them. I don't bow during Nutcracker, and Sherry's always let me just kind of slip off to the side because. But the interconnecting of the cast and the relationships you build there—that's what's really, really fun for me. And to teach a young person that we have different roles here. When I'm at school, I'm Mr. Isaacs, but here we're in a different place. We're peers on this stage, and teaching them how to turn that off and learn time and place. Yes, here we're peers, but when we get back to school, I'm back to Mr. Isaacs, and you can't just walk up to me and start saying, "Hey, Tim, what's up?" It doesn't work that way. And I think that's an important lesson for my students to learn is that time and place. That too many of them. I think that's an interesting transition.
Yeah, filters.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Nyla, we've got to wrap up here, but was there anything perhaps that you've worked with Aaron, Double A here, for a few years with youth theater. Do you have any questions for him as a director?
What does the pack mean to you?
Oh, what a great question. The pack, to me, personally, is everything good in my life has come out of there. 2005, I came in with another job, and I was working, and Bart said, I'm looking to hire a technical director, and that's where my life became cleaved in two. And it became who I was before and who I was going to be after. Everything good has come from that job, and I owe tremendous amounts to Bart for only seeing me run lights and work with a children's theater company and go, that guy should work here, to giving me the opportunity to be there. It's meant everything to me. It's meant my entire life in Elizabethtown. That's why I'm here. That's why my wife and I, packed up and headed this way. And I couldn't be more proud of the fact that my 3 daughters have grown up on that stage. My family lives in and around the PAC. They have no fear of that space. They have no fear of Bart.
Yeah.
Not that many people do.
I was going to say.
But, it's family. It's my life.
Well, thanks for being part of the family, you guys, and Nyla. And we'll be right back with our next interview. Next up, please welcome world traveler Carrie Lewis, representing Hardin County Playhouse. Carrie, it is so good to see you.
It's nice to be back.
You have recently retired.
Yes.
And have been traveling all over, making other travel plans, and in
Yes.
between all of that, you're still with the Hardin County Playhouse and
Yes.
getting them front and center in things. What has been going on since we last saw you?
Well, we just wrapped up our production of Misery, which was very successful and very entertaining. I think a lot of people really enjoyed it. And we are now getting ready to put the best Christmas pageant ever on the stage. It opens on December 7th. So other than that, I've been pondering different ways I'm going to approach this next coming year, being that I won't be, actually employed anywhere. It's a little terrifying. But I'll have more time to devote to developing plans for the Playhouse in the future. So I'm looking forward to that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Best Little Christmas Pageant. If people aren't familiar with that, tell us a little bit about that story.
It is a charming, beautiful story about these rather rowdy children that try out for the Christmas play at school. And they create quite a conundrum of things, but yet they are moved by the subject matter. It's very touching, it's funny, it's relatable. I think it'll be perfect for Christmas, for the season.
It's really kind of a fantastic event. Now, Nyla, are you familiar with Best Little Christmas Pageant?
I am.
Now, how do you know about that?
I watched it when I was smaller.
Okay, so you saw it on TV?
No, I saw it live.
Where did you see it?
I'm not sure anymore, but I think it was down in Louisville.
Okay, yeah, I think Stage 1 does it every so often. May have been their production, which I did the very first production with them when they did it. That was, you weren't around. Carrie and I were around. You were around. And then what's next after Best Little Christmas Pageant?
Okay, after that, we will be auditioning for Almost Maine, and that audition is going to be January 22nd and 23rd. That's going to show in March. And then we'll be doing Godspell after that. We don't know when the auditions are going to be at this point, but our shows will be in June for that one. That's how we're going to end our season.
And someone had asked me about Godspell, and I knew it was on the calendar, but I lose track sometimes, and I thought, well, maybe that was last June. It's this coming June.
It's this coming
Wonderful.
June, yes. So
Wonderful.
we've got a nice season, and we've had some wonderful sponsors this year that's really helped, and I'm looking forward. We'll be planning for our next season.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of exciting. We're not sure where we're going to go with that yet, but we'll probably be hashing that out pretty quick.
Well, and you got more time to read those
Yes.
scripts now, yeah.
And see what's going
How
on.
could people learn more?
Well, right now we're having issues with our website.
Oh, goodness.
We had a new website all created, and then Yahoo sold to somebody else. Somebody else got involved. I don't understand all these things. But anyway, the old website resurrected, so it's like going back in time. So don't even do that yet. But find us on Facebook. We're in social media and Instagram, and that's where you can keep up with what we're doing. So.
Did you have anything you wanted to ask Carrie?
I was curious about Hardin County Playhouse. I've heard about it before. So I was wondering more about it.
Well, it is for sure a community playhouse. So a lot of times, once you're out of school and stuff and you don't have a venue, and for a lot of folks who's never even thought of theater, community theater is the perfect transition. And it's theater for everybody. And it's nice, some people have thought, I'd like to try that. And they get up and discover all kinds of things about themselves. I mean, back in 2010 is when I got started, and that was kind of late in life to do it. But I'd always loved drama. I didn't realize how much I loved theater. But it's just something for everybody, and I think it's great for the community. Most, even much smaller communities, have a very successful community theater. I think that's a wonderful step. And you can learn about all sorts of things about handling props and making sets and working with the technical aspect of it. There's just something for everybody. And it's all volunteers, so if you were looking to make your first million, it's not going to happen in community theater.
But it's a great place if you're looking to be in your first show.
Right,
or
exactly.
to direct your first show. You have several first-time directors
Right.
any given season.
Right.
I know this is Jared Eaton's first time directing locally. For example, he's going to be doing their production of Almost Maine coming
That's
up.
right. And we even had Katie Van Zyl had an original play that became published through what we did a year or so ago. So it's a great starting spot for a lot of folks, and I'm hoping for big things in the next coming years because so much is happening in Hardin County. We're growing at such a rate that we don't have a community theater space. It's just kind of ironic that we don't. So I think with everything coming in and all the new excitement coming into town, I think our time is here.
And we can check things out on your Facebook page, Hardin
right.
County Playhouse, and learn more about helping fundraise for that eventual home for you guys and about the rest of this season and next.
That's right.
Excellent. Thank you, Carrie.
Okay, thank you.
Please welcome our next guest, Priscilla Scarborough with Elizabethtown City and everything happening at the Historic State Theater. How are you doing? It's been a while.
It has been a while. Thank you for having me back.
I hope you had a happy Turkey Day.
Did. Ate way too much, as usual.
That's what it's
That's
about.
the usual. Yeah.
Stuffing, right? Mm-hmm.
Oh, your
We've
favorite
already
stuffing?
discussed stuffing.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
about the stuffing.
that's my jam, too.
Well, speaking of stuffing, you are stuffed December with all kinds of things happening for the city.
We have. I mean, you will not be bored in Elizabethtown in December. We have so many opportunities to get out and create those family traditions and, continue, the ones that, we're just kind of expected to attend as well. So the State Theater has its annual Christmas movies happening, which, everybody has come to expect certain ones on certain weekends, which we, pride ourselves in, helping folks have those traditions there. So the weekend of Friday the 8th, we have Buddy Elf. We have Elf coming, so we're really, really excited about that one. That always draws a big crowd. We love seeing all the little kids and everything, and a lot of the kids will come dressed in their jammies, so that's really special. And then on the 9th, that Saturday night, we have Disney's A Christmas Carol. I don't know if you've seen the animated where Jim Carrey. It is so good, so good. Love that one. And then on Friday the 15th, we have our annual tradition of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and we encourage all of us, everyone, to bring your ugliest sweater imaginable. Come on out. We actually even have like a major award, for the ugliest, god-awfulest sweater. And then that Saturday night, the 16th, we have It's a Wonderful Life. And so we see lots and lots of families come out for that. It's really special. On the 22nd is Grinch, and that's the animated 2018 version. Kiddos love that one. It's got an amazing soundtrack, too. And then on the 23rd, we have the iconic White Christmas, and that wraps up our Christmas movie series, Christmas at the State, for this year.
No Ghost in Mr. Chicken?
Oh, you missed that.
Oh, that was back. Oh.
Yeah, that's our Halloween.
That's Halloween. I was
This
getting
Halloween.
mixed
Oh, but we have to do that one every year. Don Knotts is a favorite of mine, so yeah, as long as I'm there, there will
up.
be
And do you do White Christmas every year?
every year. Yes, White Christmas. And like I said, it is part of a family tradition for so many. Our movies are only $3, so it's very, very affordable. Our concessions are extremely reasonable. We have these kids packs, which is like a popcorn, fountain, a soda, and a little gummy snacks. And really, I mean, even if you're an adult and want a kids pack, but they're only $3 as well. So you can go to the movies, see a classic, create those, holiday memories for, next
and
to
I'm sure
nothing.
you have people come every year.
We do.
The same people
We do.
every
We
year.
do. So tickets are on sale now. And so you can go ahead and purchase those, secure your spots, because there are a few of these that will sell out. And I mean, our theater is 650 seats. So, to sell out for a movie is a pretty big deal, And so, yeah, you for sure want to do that. So you can go online now, and that is thestate270.org.
And what else do you have coming up?
We have so many things.
Well, you were talking about, we wanted to be sure and talk about Christmas in the park.
Yes. So,
Have you done Christmas in the park?
Yes.
Oh, you have to. You got to
It's
get in
lovely.
your jammies and grab your hot cocoa and a candy cane and let's go. So this is our 33rd year. And of course, there's the amazing iconic staples, the lake monster that, a lot of us really, look for. But then we have so many amazing new displays as well. It's beautiful this year. We want to really encourage everyone to hop on through. And so that is open every night through the 1st. From 6 to 11. So whether, you go to bed a little earlier, make sure to catch it earlier. But, the lines, I think, die down a little bit later. So if you can do later or even a weeknight, lines aren't as long. We also this year, speaking of Christmas in the park, we have the Holly Jolly Experience. So what that is, it's a ticketed event where you can purchase tickets online at etownevents.com. They're $15 each. And what you will do is at your reservation time, hop on over to Pritchard Community Center, where we will have a space designated as Santa's Wonderland with hot cocoa and cookies. You can have a great visit with Santa, have your family professional photograph printed, like right on site. There's kids crafts and activities. Santa's magical mailbox is there, which anyone that writes a letter to Santa will receive a personalized letter back from Santa in the mail. And it's amazing. He is fantastic. He loves our community. Santa just really loves being here, and he really loves being with the kiddos. So he really loves E-Town. And then after that, you'll hop on the shuttle and take a festive ride through Christmas in the park with
Oh my
all of your
gosh.
family. And so each shuttle holds 25. So, those of us who have a traditional 4-door and you can maybe get 4 or 5 people, this is a great way to bring grandma, grandpa, everybody together, for that really fun ride through the park. So tickets are on sale for those right now at etownevents.com. And so you can go ahead and get those.
Wonderful. And then you said you had a couple of concerts in January.
Yes, so January things kind of slow down for our department a little bit. We get to breathe, but we also work to plan for the upcoming festival seasons. So we only have a couple of things happening in January. So there are 2 concerts. We have William Lee and the Goldens, which and you're like, why does that sound familiar? Well, he's from the Oak Ridge Boys, the guy with the really long beard from the Oak Ridge Boys. Yeah, I'm seeing. So they're going to be here. Phenomenal group. I mean, they are so good. So they're going to be here on January the 12th, and tickets are on sale now for those. And then we also have an ELO tribute that is going to be on January 26th.
Excellent. And then you're going to be, Eric Double A will be there for that.
I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that.
Now let's go on ELO. What is ELO, right? Mm-hmm. Electric Light Orchestra. And you're still going, I still don't know what that means, right?
Look them up.
You're being
you
so
will
kind.
totally, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know who that was. Yeah, they have a lot of catchy commercials, current commercials and things. They're very current. And some, yeah.
ELO, they write music for commercials now. Yeah, that's
Well,
what they do
yeah,
now.
I think that they use their really cool hit music for commercials now, so that's how they're current.
Nyla, did you have anything you wanted to ask Priscilla that we didn't cover?
I don't think so.
Okay. So it's pretty thorough. Yeah, she really covered everything.
Well, if you're interested in volunteering or helping out at the theater, give us a call. We are always looking for ushers, people to, assist with ticket taking, things like that. And especially if, you just want to experience that theater environment, we would love to have you.
Have you been to the Historic State Theater before for anything?
I don't think so.
It's like stepping back in time. It's really, really special and fun. Your grandma would really love it.
Yeah.
Priscilla, thank you so much.
Thank you for
Again,
having me.
what's that website?
Okay, thestate270.org or etownevents.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next up on the program is Carmen Caldera-Bratska, representing the Elizabethtown Performing Arts Center. Carmen, by the time this is aired, you will have finished your production of A Christmas Carol radio drama
Yes.
with your students and some of your fellow staff members
Yes.
there, and any moms or dads involved with that as well?
We actually have a father-son duo that is faculty and student, and a mother-daughter duo that is also faculty and student. So we do, but they fall under the faculty staff umbrella anyway. But
Wonderful.
It's been a lot of fun to watch them interact, and just to watch the faculty and staff and students all become this little family that every cast becomes. But it's my favorite thing we do all year because of that, just watching those new relationships and interactions.
How many years have you been doing the radio drama? I know you've done a couple of different titles.
This is our second year, and the goal is always to have every school involved in one way or another. And this year we even included central office. We have an actor from central office. So it's been a whole lot of fun.
Well, what do you have coming up after?
Well, December 11th, we have TK Stone Middle School Band Concert. Tuesday the 12th, we have the high school band concert. And then Thursday the 14th, we have our combined TK and high school choir concert. And all of those are at 6 o'clock, and all of those are free. So it is a wonderful opportunity for families to come out and enjoy some music and get into the spirit of the holidays together.
And then you were sharing before we went on air, you were talking about 2 students that you have that are going to be directing coming up soon.
Yes, very excited to do this. I've always wanted to allow our seniors the opportunity to direct a one-act, just to kind of get their feet wet before they go on to college, before they make those big decisions, is this something I want to pursue or not, just to get a taste of it. And COVID happened, and then trying to bring shows back to life happened, and so this year we are finally getting to do it, and they have decided, at least at the moment, that they are going to co-direct a one-act.
That's going to change, Nyla, just so you know.
It may, but we'll see. But yes, Madeline Curtis and Kate Schertz.
Oh, well, no, those 2 could direct together.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I think they would do a wonderful job together. And it was their choice. I offered them 2 separate shows, and they said, we want to do it together. And I said, great. So they will be directing a one-act with middle school students. So we get our middle school drama club involved, and I'm really excited for it.
Very cool. And it's still shopping titles,
Yes.
reading scripts, trying to decide.
Yes.
That's a good winter break task.
Yes, because they have been in the throes of course, college applications and all of that, but they're also in my show.
Yeah.
And they're also part of the Lawson School of Music show
Oh,
that is
okay.
tonight. So
Yes.
they
Oh
have
my
a lot
gosh.
on their plates.
Yeah.
So I said, it's fine. Winter break. They've got piles of scripts to go through and figure it out.
Nyla, you have anything you wanted to find out from Carmen, maybe?
So what is your job specifically?
Specifically, I am the Director of Arts Education for the Elizabethtown School District. And that encompasses doing theater preschool through 12, running the Performing Arts Center, doing any theatrical productions that are going to be done in the district, and kind of just facilitating all of the arts in all of the schools.
She works with the band directors and the choral directors as well.
Right. Visual art teachers, and we're going to be bringing dance in to do some special things in our elementary school, so just kind of making all that stuff happen. Being sure all students have opportunities in all of the arts.
That's kind of important. Yeah.
And very important. Very.
Nyla, we're about to wrap things up here. Did you have anything you wanted to share with maybe students that may be watching or their parents about today, or just getting involved in general?
Always try to meet people that you think you relate to, and being involved is important because it's helping you build your future, and you get to meet people that might actually help you with your future and advocate for you.
Yeah, we call that networking. Yeah, yeah, totally. It's everything you do in life is about the bridges you build along the way. Yeah, whatever you're going into. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate your time and your willingness to go out past your comfort level and do some of this stuff. You did really good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Carmen, thank you as always.
Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
From the enchanting Nutcracker in December, all the way to the laughter-inducing January comedy Clue, allow me now to guide you through the rich tapestry of creativity unfolding at the PAC over the next 2 months. The Nutcracker at the PAC is more than just a ballet. It's an annual celebration of art and tradition that brings joy and wonder to audiences of all ages. Join us as we embark on this magical journey through the mesmerizing intricacies of choreography, the allure of costumes, and the dedication of the professional and student dancers and their families who make this timeless holiday tradition come alive on our stage December 15th through 17th. Prepare to be captivated as Stargazer Art Events presents Winter's Waltz, an art installation in the PAC Gallery that invites you into the heart of winter through the captivating visuals of local artists. Winter's Waltz art installation will coincide with Nutcracker performances December 15th through 17th. And if you're an artist interested in submitting your work, you can learn more at stargazerartevents.com. Whether you are an aspiring or seasoned playwright, embark on a transformative journey from the written word to the spotlight of the stage with the PAC's page-to-stage workshops led by Kentucky Shakespeare. From dynamic dialogue to scene settings, you can explore the unique challenge of transporting your words into a dynamic visual and auditory experience. The first of 3 workshops is just around the corner at the PAC on January 23rd. Visit thepac.net page to stage to secure your spot now for a chance to learn, create, and connect with fellow aspiring playwrights eager to see and hear their words leap from the page to captivate the hearts and minds of theatergoers. As the new year unfolds, the classic mystery comedy Clue takes center stage at the PAC in January. Prepare for an evening filled with hilarious twists, turns, and unexpected laughter as this timeless whodunit comes to life in front of a live performance audience. 1 weekend only, January 19th through 21st. Get your tickets now for a night of whodunit laughter that will leave you guessing and giggling until the curtain falls. Whew! Whether you're a dance enthusiast, an art connoisseur, a theater buff, or a budding playwright, the Hardin County Schools Performing Arts Center awaits, ready to unfold a palette of creativity for all to explore. Check it all out at thepac.net. Well, folks, that is going to wrap things up for this month's Monthly Marquee. Thank you so much for joining us for this extra edition covering December and January events, and we will see you in February for our next Monthly Marquee. I'm your host, Bart Levins, Director of the Hardin County Schools Performing Arts Center. Have a great one.